Here that the items are only to be seized from the Mageuzi hub. What the defense is saying,
for because the accused person has not, please let the accused person not be arrested within the premises of this court, or following these proceedings herein. Let us conduct ourselves properly. I think it behooves all of us to conduct ourselves properly so that we can preserve the sanctity of court proceedings, so that we can preserve, it makes no sense to come to court to seek orders from the court and then to violate the very purpose for which we came to this court. I think with that understanding, for all of us to act in good faith, I think that suffices for that purpose. Covered from the residence of the accused person, let the prosecution, in consultation with the investigating officer, conduct an analysis of the said gadgets and peruse through them forthwith and determine which ones do not form part of the evidence, and any such gadgets or documents that are not necessary for the trial of this matter to be returned forthwith to the accused person, and in any event not later than the next mentioned date of the 21st of August.
Because of this court intends to silence human rights defenders or to silence Kenyans who are fighting for a better Kenya, for a better future. I think this is so bad. I think we will not allow this to happen. We will not allow this to continue. It's so bad. The judiciary of Kenya is complicit. The judiciary of Kenya is complicit in punishing Kenyans and defending and numbering our people. The people who are killing innocent Kenyans.
Can we kindly maintain order? Let's maintain order, please.
Hakutatuzuia sisi wananchi kunyakua uhuru wetu na haki ya jasho letu na haki ya jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya hawa wauaji. Bila shaka sisi pia ni watu, hali ya utumwa tumeikata. Hali ya utumwa tumeikata. Kudhulumiwa hatutaki tena mauaji, ili kupe tuliangushe akina uhuru zichanue. Katiba yetu wa Kenya tutekeleze, na katiba yetu wa Kenya
is a win in the sense that we have been able to demystify that you cannot use the Terror Act, Anti-Terror Act, to silence genuine and dissident voices. The courts have also come out strongly in defense of the Constitution, as indicated by Article 3, that we all have the responsibility, the duty, and the power to uphold and protect the Constitution from abrogation. The overthrow of a Constitution does not just rise on a one day. It begins in piecemeal, in segments. Then at the end of the day, you realize that you do not have the Constitution that you once held high, and consider that you once sought for leverage from. It begins the way Mr. William Ruto is doing. He overthrows one right, one by one. So you realize at the end of the day, the entire Constitution has been abrogated. You have heard them saying that they are not even going to they will not await a process of a free, fair, and credible elections. You have heard them say they are going to rig the election. That is how our country loses its constitution. We are more than them. He has to jail and charge everybody the offense of terrorism, the 50 million of us, because we do not agree with what he's doing. We do not agree with the mismanagement of the country. We do not agree with the misgovernance of the country. We do not agree with the violation of the constitution. We do not agree to the violation of the rule of law. We do not agree to the humiliation and embarrassment and intimidation of freedom fighters and liberators. So today is a win for the Kenyan people. It's a win for us, and we are telling him we'll be here next time you arrest any other person. Utatupata hapa hapa.
Appreciate the lawyers that have come out in large numbers and they have really fought for us. But I also want to say that it's not just for us. It's not for Boni and Jerry that this fight is for. It's for the Constitution of Kenya. All those young people that have been put behind bars that are being charged with the same charges, like Wakili said, we must defend our Constitution. If Ruto wants to be the ODPP, then he should become the ODPP. Otherwise, let the courts do their jobs, and he should lead this country, which he has failed to do. So he needs to step aside and let this country be run with the institutions. I said in the morning that I really was hoping that the courts would do what they're supposed to do. And I'm glad that they have been able to stand on their own. The surety is just means that if Boniface fails to come to court, then we would be forced to pay that money. So it's just a guarantee that we will make sure, because if he doesn't come, then we will be charged with that, which is a good thing. It didn't need to be that high, but it means that Boni is free to go. We've also been assured that he will not be rearrested. I was also very afraid of that. But because the courts have said as much, then I expect that he will be free, that we will go home, and we don't need to be looking over our shoulders. We will definitely be locking our gates because they just drove right through. But the Constitution must be upheld. We must continue to ensure that this Constitution is upheld at every level, every Kenyan, everywhere. This Constitution has got your back. So we must ensure that we come out in large numbers every time the Constitution is violated, so that we make sure that it continues to cover us for years to come. And it's the same Constitution that will jail Ruto and all those cronies of his.
For the Constitution of Kenya. It's a big win for Boniface Mwangi. It's a big win for human rights defenders across this country. The courts have pronounced themselves that activists are not terrorists. They couldn't even somehow come up with even the simplest of charges related to terrorism. So this is something that we must celebrate, that the Constitution has won today. And we just want to say this. Kenyans know who the goons are. Kenyans know who support goons and vandalism in this country. We see them every day. They walk step by step with them. You know, they protect them as they vandalize and as they loot. They share in the proceeds of the loot and the vandalism. Kenyans know this. It's all over. So let the state stop using or misusing the ODPP and the courts to silence dissent, to silence criticism, and to silence democracy. And our assurance to Kenyans is that this will not deter us. We are not intimidated at all, and we shall continue to push for change in Kenya.
Addressing Amin himself because he's responsible of that institution. Yesterday they issued a publication that Boniface Mwangi is a terrorist. We have made an application, the court has granted us leave to make a formal application to summon Amin himself to come and explain to the court the basis upon which they issued such a publication. We are looking forward to cross-examining him because we must hold him to account. It is required of him to exercise high professionalism when executing his functions and his duties. So we are asking him to pull down that false, malicious, and untrue publication about Boniface Mwangi. He is not a terrorist. There is no offense of terrorism that has been preferred against him by the prosecution, and therefore the continuous remaining of that publication is a violation of Mr. Mwangi's rights. If it is not going to be pulled down within today, we are going to take personal actions against Amin himself. There is no one who is above the law. Yes. Not the DCI, not Mr. William Ruto, not Mr. Kindiki. We are all equal before the law. We are subject to the Constitution. The Constitution is the one that is supreme. So we are warning you, Mr. Amin, you must pull down that particular publication.
Terrorists all over the world are laughing at Kenya. They are saying, which is this terrorist who uses a tear gas canister to scatter people fast before he can terrorize them? I think for terrorism, they look for maximum damage. So when you say that Boniface Mwangi had a tear gas canister, and it is an implement of terrorism, What you are telling international terrorists is that we have an unqualified terrorist who first scares people to reduce the numbers before he can terrorize them. And I'd also like to say this: if a tear gas canister is an implement of terrorism, they've been using it on us on the streets. They've been using it on our children at Langata. They've been using it everywhere. So let us not be laughable. If we must infringe on the rights of Kenyans, let us look for intelligent people that we can use to infringe on the rights of Kenyans. Thank you.
Welcome home. Enjoy your liberty, fellow terrorists.
I'm a free man. I'm going home to my family. Hey. Thank you, Runge. Sandini sana.
So we stand with Boniface Mwangi, because if we don't stand with him today, who will stand with the others tomorrow on the same track to journey?
Songa hapo kwa bako. Duka kupigia kura nenda kuiua. Yes, aliyopose katiba. Yeye ni kama dictator.
You are charged of being in possession of ammunition without a valid firearm certificate, contrary to Section 2(1)(c) as read with Section 226(2)(b) of the Firearms Act, Cap 11 Laws of Kenya. Particulars that on the 19th day of July 2025 at Mwangi Hub in Nairobi County within the Republic of Kenya, you are found in possession of noxious substances to wit 3 tear gas canisters without lawful authority. Is the charge true or not true? Not true. You have count 2. You are being charged of being in possession of ammunition without a valid firearm certificate, contrary to Section 26(1)(f) as read with Section 26(2)(a) of the Firearms Act, Cap 114 Laws of Kenya. Particulars are that on the 19th day of July 2025 at Mwangi Hub in Nairobi County within the Republic of Kenya, you are found in possession of one round of a 7.62 51 mm blank ammunition without lawful authority. Is the charge true or not true? Not true.
Allow us to those bail terms that we would easily have the good gentleman, Mr. Boniface, enjoying his right to liberty, and then we can prepare a defense when the court will give us a convenient time to come before it. From the side of the DPP, I thank them. They have not yet made any
But just mention that
there is none. They can't say as much.
Yes, none.
Freedom songs, freedom songs.
Si wewe Mwenyezi Mungu, si wewe Mwenyezi Mungu, muumba wa kina ukombozi. Si wewe Mwenyezi Mungu, si wewe Mwenyezi Mungu, muumba wa kina ukombozi. Nasikitika sana moyoni mwangu, ni nani aliyeumba polisi? Chimbu watu mtupe Zakayo. Kitu gani kitanitenga na haki ya nchi yangu? DCI hapana, tumekataa kabisa. Kushikwa bure hapana, tumekataa kabisa. Abduction hapana, tumekataa kabisa. Kushikwa bure hapana, tumekataa kabisa. Abduction Afrika huru, Afrika huru.
Is using DCI to do their dirty work. Just political work here. If people want to contest with me in the ballot, taseme tu mara moja tushindane. Kuwa watoto, wacha tu waandamane bila kuuliwa. That's all you're asking for. Yeah. Tukifanya makosa tushike. Tutafutie makosa huku chini. None of us have done anything wrong. Even the kids were here last week. Terrorism charges, those are fake charges by the way.
In the present instance, the prosecution does not oppose the release of the accused person on reasonable bail or bond terms and concedes that there are no compelling reasons to continue holding the accused person in custody pending trial. There is also no contest that the accused person is a well-known public figure with a place of abode that is known to the authorities. The present conditions having been taken into account, the court is cognizant of the fact that the only condition that must bear on the court's mind in determining the question of bail and bond is whether the accused person will attend court if so released on bail pending trial. Having taken into account the nature of the offense that the accused person faces, and also having considered all the circumstances that have been presented before the court, this court makes the following orders. The accused person may be set at liberty upon securing a personal bond of 1 million shillings with one surety of a similar amount. The matter will be mentioned within the next 14 days. Let us have a mention.
That they are not in a capacity to address our application today, would be making an application for cross-examination of Keith Robert, so as to lay them and just deleting and rectifying. We also ask them that the court does issue an order for Mr. Keith to issue a personal official apology to Boniface Mwangi. Why am I saying so, Your Honor? Because the Constitution contemplates a situation whereby individuals are held to account. So the question that we are asking the court to interrogate here is the accountability of the police while executing their functions as contemplated by Article 247, that they shall exercise high professionalism
and or office premises, unless if it is shown they have any connection with the present charges, ought to be released forthwith. I'm aware.
My phone was in my pocket, they took my phone, took other phones in the house, laptops. They went through every single room in our home and confiscated my journals and my notebooks. And then they said I'm under arrest. And they told me we're coming to Nairobi, DCI headquarters. So we are driving to Nairobi. Then I saw them going to my office. When I got to the office, I found Mr. Keith, and he had a search warrant. And this went on to search my office. I think my lawyer shall use my search warrant, and was saying that there's money in my office. I'm handling lots of money. I'm paying people. I was like, okay, you're welcome to my office. Do a search, which I did. They found nothing. All along between, so I was arrested at Lukenya. When I go to the office, they said, you're not under arrest. They're just going to search your office, then we'll let you go. Then after they searched, they said, oh, no, you're under arrest. I'm like, for what? They said terrorism. I said, I'm not a terrorist, but I know who he is, to Ruto. Yeah, that's what actually happened. So I think, so the truth is, our president is scared. He's scared of young people, because young people are organizing by themselves. They're going to the streets, they're demanding better. So our president thinks that people are being paid to go to the streets. and they think I'm the financier. So when they went to my bank account, there was no money. So they thought I have money in, like I have a safe. I don't even have a safe in my home or even in my office. I don't even own a gun. I don't carry guns. I don't own any weapons. So, so they thought I had money in the office. If you look at the search warrant, that they have information that I use Mageuzi to distribute money to goons. I have never worked with goons my entire life. The people that I've worked with my entire life are actually present here. The guys who are singing in court, I know every single one of them. And so they're here. And none of us is a terrorist. So the president thinks the anger against his government is manufactured and people are being paid. People hate Ruto for free.